Today I messed up opening the door to a charity worker whilst sleepwalking. So to preface, I have a strange habit, where sometimes if I'm woken mid-sleep I will be in a half-sleep half-awake state where I can walk and talk semi-coherently. The problem is, I never have any control or idea of what I'm saying. It could be a on-topic response or a completely random sentence that only makes sense in the context of the dreams I continue to have in my half-asleep state. I usually have almost no recollection of what I say or do, and the bits and pieces I do remember are very vague. Anyways, when I got back from work today, I decided to treat myself to some cinnamon swirls and made my own icing sugar to go on top, and because of a combination of crashing from sugar and sleep deprivation, I start work at 4:30 a.m. I fell asleep. Mid-nap, I heard some banging coming from downstairs, and in my half-asleep state I thought that someone was in my house and ran downstairs. I didn't see anyone downstairs and opened the door, I guess to see if the burglar was strolling out of the front of the house. There isn't a lot of logic behind it, and there was some guy with a clipboard walking off from my doorstep. I kind of remember him initiating a conversation and telling me about his charity, and then me saying to him, "Hold on and slow down and wait." What? Every now and then, I have no idea how long this went on for, my guess would be around 2 minutes. After a while of him talking to me I sort of start to come to and start thinking, why the fuck am I at my front door and who the fuck is this guy? But I sort of go with it as I'm knee deep at this point. This was a big mistake. I started to notice that this guy would be making eye contact with me 1 second and the next looking directly at my crotch. I try to ignore it. I realize at some point I must have agreed to donate some money to the charity as he was asking for my name and date of birth. The guy then said to me that only people who are aged 35, I'm 21 but look quite old for my age, and over can help this charity, then quite abruptly tried to leave. I closed the door and looked down at my crotch. Not only have I got a raging boner from my nap, but there is suspicious looking icing marks all over my black joggers from the cinnamon swirls I was eating. I can't remember what charity it was, something to do with ambulance helicopters, but I'll be sure to donate to them to compensate from traumatizing one of their poor workers. Today I messed up by buying concert tickets more than a week before the show. First and foremost, fuck Ticketmaster. I, like many people, love music. So of course, with the Avenged Sevenfold tour coming to my city, I had to buy tickets. I wanted pit tickets, and all pit tickets were sold with a non-transferable Labad package. Well, I missed the original drop and was only really able to get pit tickets second-hand. Key info here. Pit tickets haven't been available through Ticketmaster for several months. I purchased my tickets on September 4th for an exorbitant $1,050 after fees and taxes. This price is very similar to the original price with the Labad package, but since I couldn't buy them originally, I'll live without it. Today, I'm on 10 and 1 see they're promoting merch and I head to the website. Out of sheer curiosity, I check what tickets they have left and I see pit tickets available. And now, and only now, can you buy GA pit tickets for $130 plus tax/fees. I haven't gone through to see what price they come to because I'm lazy and about to blow a fuse as it is. I'm obviously still going to the concert and it's not the band's fault at all, but when you see people angry at TM, this is why. Absolute bullshit. Today I messed up by hitting send on an email that never should have seen the light of day. We'd been going back and forth via email in a business negotiation, and the tone of the last response I got wasn't great. While I'd been managing this whole thing on my own, I thought it best to get some advice from a few others. So I called them to my office with the intention of crowding around my computer and composing the email by committee. The group arrived, I hit reply, and while everyone was starting to discuss the issues, for fun, I wrote the opening line, just for laughs, of course. Listen, you stupid fucking asshole. It was good for a laugh, and while there was still discussion going on behind me, I was clearing my desktop, closing Windows, hit send on an email I had somewhere behind all of this, etc. Opened up a notepad to take notes for the contents before sending the email. 5 minutes into our discussion, my phone rings. And it's the guy to whom we're writing. Put him on speaker. Everyone says. So I do. Me, hey, how are you? Sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I was, in fact, just working on it. Him, yeah, I got your email. What email? I haven't sent anything. Well, yeah you did. You know that sinking feeling of dread? And the pit in your stomach drops like a rock. It was that. I'm frantically scanning my desktop for the email, but of course it's not there because it's in my sent items. Oh shit. Everyone else was appropriately horrified too. Oh shit, haha yeah, no, that wasn't meant for you, that was a total other thing and misclick sorry, we'll get back to you soon. No need. I think we're far apart on too many issues. Let's leave it at that. And that was the end of that deal, which perhaps might have derailed anyway, but my little FU certainly didn't help things. We weren't that far apart and I think we could have pulled it together. But not after that. Everyone just shrugged, called me careless, and that was the end of it. What else can you do? Move on. Today I messed up by walking in on my parents having sex. Hi everyone, I'm a 17 years old female and oh my eyes. For context, I live at home with my parents, and 5 brothers. I'm a sextuplet and we're all the same age. We were all at school today and when we got home, I got home a little later than my siblings because of track and field practice. I heard my mom moaning in the bathroom. There's a flu going around so I thought she might be sick and so I went to go and check on her. The thing was I forgot to knock first and the door was ajar. Big mistake. I looked, only to find my dad in the shower with her in the middle of what looked to be a very passionate moment if you get what I mean. I had forgotten that my dad, 40 meters, usually always takes Fridays off and was home, presumably alone with my mom all day, and when I saw them it was very obvious what they were doing. My brothers were already upstairs or off doing their own thing at the time and not gonna lie I freaked out. I saw my dad through the steamed glass inside my mom and it was like looking at a train wreck. I wanted to look away. I should have looked away but I just stood there rooted to the spot, my brain frozen for a good 10 seconds like I didn't know how to react. It wasn't that sex between 2 married people is gross or anything, it was just that well it hits different when it's your mom and dad. What I should have done was simply close the door and walked away, but instead I I'm ashamed to admit this but I gagged and said, gross, out loud before running upstairs to my room and locking the door. My parents kept going as if I wasn't even in their house and I thought that was it, but the thing was, they heard me. They knew I was there and just kept going like it didn't even matter. Not that they should have to stop being busy because their teenager came home late and heard noises, but still. When I came down for dinner tonight, my mom, 44F, was laughing at me saying, "Well baby, I hope you learn to knock before entering." And she kissed me on the head. I nodded and said nothing because what do you say at a time like this? Today I messed up by forgetting about the hurricane tub of water. The past few weeks we have had a bad fruit fly problem in our apartment. Vinegar Trick and our Zappy Racket were getting a lot of them, but they just kept coming. Other tenants mentioned fruit flies in other buildings recently so we thought it was weather related. Early this morning I go to shower in the guest bath off of the office where I was pulling an all-nighter when I made 2 terrible realizations. We forgot to drain the in case of emergency fresh water from the tub we filled weeks ago in preparation for a hurricane. The entire tub was full of hundreds of fruit flies. The frosted glass doors on the shower/tub were closed and we rarely shower so we just completely forgot. I drained the tub and bleached the ever-loving shit out of it. This morning was the first morning a fruit fly hasn't dive-bombed my face while working at my desk.